Hi, I'm Jeffrey with Basecamp Custom Vans. Thanks for checking this out. Doing a walkthrough video of this Ford Transit camper van that's for sale. We'll jump on the inside and talk about the whole build, but the van itself is a 2025 Ford Transit all-wheel drive. It's got the EcoBoost engine with about 8,000 miles on it. It's a high roof model that up on the roof has a roof rack that has 300 watts of solar. Also on the roof is the two roof fans that you can see from the inside here. The roof has, on those crossbars, there's extra room for more gear if you want to strap some skis down up there, or maybe a Thule box or whatever. You can easily get up there with that rear door ladder. The rear door also has this half slider window over the bed with a screen. So the bed's a standard queen. It's 60 inches in. You sleep side to side, 79 inches side to side. The bed itself isn't fixed to the van. Each cabinet that you see on both sides are fixed over each wheel well, but the space between on these are three panels that can be removed, and you can have a full walk-through feature if you don't need a bed for whatever you're doing. Throw the mattress in your garage and remove those three panels. Then you can put paddle boards in there, and you can go pick up lumber at Lowe's or whatever. And each cabinet is, you've got a couple extra cubbies on both sides. You've got these sliding doors that you can easily access. The power is on this one side, so that's a 300 amp hour self-heating lithium battery that powers everything, and there's a 3,000 watt inverter on the roof, on the top there. That inverter powers the outlets that are up front. There's also 3 outlets on the face. You can plug some things in through the back door if you need. And then there's 20 gallons of water on the other wheel well. You can easily access the pump and drain the tanks however you need. So jumping on the inside, also on the exterior, we've got half slider windows on the passenger side and on the driver's side. So you can jump on in and get the seats already turned around. And lots of seating in here, but between those two seats and the bench here, I like to sit on this bench with my laptop, sitting out here enjoying the view. So I'm wondering, what's the view going to look like when you have this on an adventure? Is that going to be an ocean out there, or maybe you're in the mountains? Where do you see yourself looking out while you're sitting here enjoying the view? Yeah, so there's actually laser engravings and original artwork all throughout, and wanted to point out this is all interchangeable. So these cutouts are done with a laser engraver, and it's a matter of taste whether you enjoy maybe having some engravings, but these are not permanently fixed. You can remove them. The doors can actually have engravings on them as well. So this is like a side passion of mine. There's another one underneath here actually. So that one matches these other engravings, and they can be removed. We've done engravings where the doors will have, I'll show you a couple examples. These were kind of an Art Deco. The doors can have engravings on them. Right now it's just finished wood, right? And those maple cabinets can have as many of these as you might like. I could show you all the files. These were doors I did on a different van, and the customer decided they didn't want, they would rather have the blank ones like you see. So, as a mountain scene, we could be done between, different images that are either abstract or nature inspired, whatever. It's just a matter of taste. I just wanted to point that out, that it's, you can put, spirals up, I don't know. But these were cutouts that he did for this van. You can put them up, or they're not permanently fixed. Love the spaciousness and the open feel of this particular layout. So I've been, this is year 15 of me traveling in camper vans. I've got about 450,000 miles on my van life odometer. So long before I was building these professionally, I was, this was just a passion that developed out of love for travel. And so I've been building these, traveling at 15, but I've been building them full time for the last 8 years. And we build for customers, and they'll bring me their own vans, and we can do the interior however that they prefer. This one being my own, I get, the fun is, I have to have one too, right? And the fun is that I can pick and choose like how the layout goes and what the materials are going to be. And so this is easily my favorite way to do the van. The bench, the bench allows for a nice, spacious open seating area with multiple options of where to sit and enjoy yourself. And as well as there's a nice open feeling to it all. And so, you leave some cabinets open, some of them are closed, and I always use sliders. I don't like to have doors like opening and closing and slamming, dealing with the latches. So we've got a couple, that's for big oversized things. And put the pants and the folded things up there, but I do also enjoy having things on hangers. So having clothing on hangers makes it so, you don't have to have everything all folded up. When it's time for bed at the end of the day, we'll just hang these up in the front, and then in the morning put them right back where they go, out of the way. So it's a very versatile space. You can have room for everything. We've got plenty of storage for everything. I like to cook with an induction cooktop. I like it to be able to stow away though, and so, if the cooktop is cut into the counter, that's all the counter can be used for. These are glass and kind of fragile, and it makes it more versatile to be able to like finish cooking and tuck it away, and then go back to using the space, for this. This can also spread out. Can spread out and have big cooking projects going between the extension and your counter and your swivel table over there. You can really spread out and enjoy the space, use it different ways throughout the day. So it's been a lot of trial and error over the years, and one of the things I'm always trying to come up with, like, after doing things a certain way, like try new things. And so, like I said, I used to do doors, that were opening just like you've seen on all the other camper vans. And then that was something that annoyed me, how it was always a lot of slamming and latching. And so I just switched over because it seemed more practical. Another practical upgrade we've done is on a lot of camper vans, you'll see in the rear, by the rear doors, there'll be a shower sprayer that the water system is hooked up to. But you have to set that shower sprayer up to put it back in its box. You take it all out, set the hose up. You also have to be able to open the doors real easily. A lot of times I have a bike rack on my trailer hitch, which makes opening the doors not, it's a whole other thing. And so I find if it's not easy, I just don't do it that often. And so with that in mind, I thought there's got to be a better way. So I decided I try putting, and now I do this all the time, put the sink right near the door. And the sink can be obviously used as a sink all day, but you can also like just swing it around, and I can stand here and take a shower. I can use this to hose off the mountain bike or clean a filthy dog or whatever. And it's very practical. It's a dual use. And so I'm always, everything I do in here is based on actually traveling a lot and using it. Like I said, with 450,000 miles, we've done thousands and thousands of, literally a couple thousand nights, overnights in all the different conditions. Winter, mountain conditions. We've done, been in the south, in the southwest of those deserts, in mountains along the up and down the coast. And this is built to enjoy any of that. So we've done a lot of weekends away, we've done a lot of multi-week trips, and also months at a time. Last winter in 2025, I spent 4 months in this exact same layout in a different van, spent 4 months in Tucson, Arizona. And this is very functional, very practical way to use this small space. And I never felt, you'll always feel very you never feel claustrophobic in here, even because, you know, eventually it'll get dark and you got to close the doors, or the bad weather, you're stuck in here all afternoon with bad weather. It needs to feel spacious and open. And I know that this has been achieved in here because I used it for 4 months. Like I said, you know, you have lots of storage. I'd put my shoes down here. There's a cassette toilet in this other compartment if you need it. And big 3.5 liter fridge, 3.5 cubic foot fridge. And so on this wall, we have, the lights are on dimmers. So you can see the side lights are, it's a dual zone thing. And the side lights are on a dimmer, and then their middle lights are on their own dimmer. And so there's an outlet on each side that's powered by that 3,000 watt inverter. This is the on off switch for that inverter that's underneath the bed. And then this is just a battery monitor. So there's outlets on both sides. And the van's built durable, easy to clean. Those are my 2 requirements for all the materials. We've learned through trial and error what works and what doesn't work. So we've done floors with, you know, vinyl plank flooring that had failed in the first van. You know, big vinyl plank links together like interlocks. And in this first van, I had a big split down the seam after the heat and cold went back and forth. During the second year of use of that van, all of a sudden I come in one day and there's a split in the seam right down the middle, which is impossible to fix. All the cabinetry has to come out. And so, you know, we use this very durable coin flooring now. It can withstand any of the abuse you might do with it. And also it's easy to clean. Everything has to, you know, meet that criteria. So durable, easy to clean. We've got bamboo countertops. These are both solid core bamboo. We fabricate all the cabinetry. You can't use kitchen cabinetry in these. We have to make everything. So, you know, this is made from Baltic birch. You can see Baltic birch that was laminated. So these whites are Baltic birch laminated, and the treated wood you see is all maple that's been treated for long durable use. And then we put a rubber edge banding on everything. We want everything to endure, so we, you know, use aluminum trim on all of the places where it might get knocked and bumped. You know, you know, we're not delicate on these things. We're off on adventures, so I want it to look as great as it does tonight 10 years from now. That's always the idea, right? So I'm gonna sit down here, enjoy the view, and you know, what's the view gonna look like when you're using this on the adventures you want to take it on? So I wanted to do an overview, and in under 15 minutes you can only cover you know, hit points and keep on moving, but I would love to jump on a video call. We could do easily these days. It's so easy to jump on a video call no matter where you might happen to be, and point the camera, take as much time as we need to answer all the questions, point the camera at various at things maybe we haven't covered that you might be wondering about, and you know, make sure this is a perfect fit for you. So if you are interested, please don't hesitate to reach out, and I will look forward to hearing from you. Thanks so much for watching. Have fun.